Welcome to my house. So this is testing microphone. Let's see if the volume is good. Hi guys. So I turned the light off because I didn't like it. Now this is quite a time with Okwe, and I'm supposed to be angry that all the videos I made just a while ago, all of them there was no audio. But I'm not upset because the spirit of the Lord is upon me. I have the strength to do more videos. So, welcome. Before that catastrophe happened, I was just telling you about how it's important to know who your supervisor is and pick the right supervisor. Yes. So I was just saying that, and I was saying that you need to know the kind of person you want because they're different supervisors and they would have different. Hi, yes, I'm back. So, in regards writing a dissertation, you have to pick a supervisor that is in your niche or in your field of study. You cannot have someone that is probably a lecturer in music or a professor in maybe engineering, and you are in filmmaking or something. That person will not understand in details what your research will be all about, to be honest. You might have people like that you actually like. They are probably professors that you admire, or lecturers that have taught you, and one way or the other you just want them to be a supervisor. I'm here to advise you that if they are not closely knitted to your field, I took that English from my friend. If they're not like in your field of study, if they're not in your department, at least please let them go. You have to look for someone that is in your department, in your faculty, someone that understands your topic, maybe even more than you, or understands what your research is going to be all about. Now, another thing is you have to understand the kind of person that they are, and you have to understand yourself. And I say this, when I say this, I mean you have to understand how they mark their work. You have to understand their marking styles, their marking systems. Are they very big critics, or do they just mark and not really leave comments on your work that will have your mind or have you crying? You need to understand. You need to understand the kind of person. I kind of person that can take criticism. Like, can be criticized and not feel bad, not have an outpour or an outburst of emotions? So you need to understand that about yourself too. And then when you have figured that out, you're like, okay, I know that this person, I can work with this person no matter. So I'll use myself as an example. I really enjoy feedback, whether it's good or bad feedback. I really do not mind. I just want to know. Yeah, I want to know. Are you that kind of person? Also, what kind of person is your supervisor? How do they work? Are they people that want to have conversations with you, or you believe would want to be all up in your dissertation and want you to always bring it to them at like every stage, every point? Or are they the kind of people that are just very chilled and they want you to just do your thing and bring it to them when you're ready, or as you proceed, or whenever you feel like you want to bring it to them? So like they're really different people, they're different lecturers. You just have to know the kind of person that you're willing to work with, and you have to find them. I'm actually of the belief that it is very important that you have a close working relationship. What did I say? A close working relationship with your supervisor. I think that a lot of people shy away from the supervisors for reasons that, to be honest, I do not know. Probably reasons that are best known to them. People actually shy away or stay away from the supervisors. I think that you should not do that. Some people say, "Oh no, I don't think it's time to start talking to him." I think that from the moment you decide that, okay, I'm putting this person's name down, I think I want this person to be my supervisor. That's after you have looked at all the other things I said before. Like, okay, this person I can work with. You need to start working with them. You need to have your first meeting. In your first meeting, you're going to have to talk about a lot of things. what they want from you, how often you're going to be meeting. You need to let them know how often. That's if you are the kind of person that wants them to be checking your work like maybe every fortnight. You need to let them know that this is what you want. You need to be very open. Yeah, you need to follow up. You cannot even be playing around. You need, because having a good rapport with your supervisor is the best thing that can happen to you. I'm telling you the truth because the best thing that happened to me. I was lucky because my supervisor was a lecturer that actually, when I stayed my first semester, I was very scared of him. He was actually the head of, I forgot what they call it, a department or something. So everyone was scared of him. More than, not everybody, but more than half of the class was, I wouldn't say scared, but he can actually just be somehow. I don't know the words to use, to be honest, because like, he's actually my very great friend now. But then, I when I hear that, oh, take your walk, because then even when we had courseworks, there's this girl that used to advise, take your walk to. She will always mention his name. Take your walk to this person. Take your walk to this person. He used to actually also say in class then, bring your work to me. If you have any questions, we will not go. Remember my friend told for me, we will not go. We'll be so scared that this man now will take it now. As I said, he's a very big critic. He will criticize you. We'll go and start all over from the beginning. We're not even ready to. Let's just do the work. But that was wrong, because we eventually went later towards the end of the course before we finally our coursework then. But it's something that you should try to do. Try to have a very good rapport, very good working relationship with your lecturer, your supervisor. It's the best thing that can happen to you. It will really help you. So now I'm going to move on to how to pick a good topic, or when you have picked your topic, what you have to do to have a good dissertation. So here we're just going to be breaking your dissertation down into bits. Now the first part is your introduction, which is what this dissertation is about. I am writing this dissertation because I want to talk about this. This, and this have been identified in previous research, but further research needs to be done. This affects blah blah blah. Write whatever it is. Introduce us. Let us know why this is important. Draw from 1,000,001 sources in the world and tell us why you want to undergo. Introduce us to what it is you are going to do from start till finish. Talk about what you are going to talk about in all the chapters. Tell us. We want to know in your introduction. Basically, that is what it is about. Introduce your readers to your dissertation. Now, the second part is what we call a literature review. For a dissertation, there's probably a question you're trying to answer. There are a few questions, maybe more than one question. It is a research topic. I believe what my literature review was about was just drawing on previous literature related to my topic, either directly related or indirectly, but mostly directly related. So in other words, what people had written about before, quote, and I quote with their names there, of course, for good referencing. Basically, that's what you're doing literature review, analyzing what other people have written or what has been written down by others, and how it sort of relates and how it relates to your own research, and review it. You can criticize your work if you want. It's up to you. You can choose to just add all the good ones and do not criticize your work. Is up to you. It depends on the type of dissertation you are writing and the methodology that you are using. It is something that you'll be so shocked, that you'll be so confused when you start, but I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. The third part is your methodology. As I said before, something that you will be confused at how confused you are when you're writing it, but I wish you all the best. Now, your methodology is basically the method of research you are going to use. This research you want to do, these findings, this question that I say you want to answer. Okay, there are different ways to answer these questions, and I don't know whether you get the same answer or you get different answers. That one is up to the people that are at the top. But there are different ways to answer this your research question based on your literature review, and you also look at the people that have answered this question or questions closely related to this. What research methodology did they use? Yeah, you can look at that because most people are confused when they get to methodology. There's a lot of, I don't know what methodology to use. Is it quantitative? Is it qualitative? Is it this one? Yeah, a lot of people are very confused. Don't worry, you will not be the only confused one. But my advice is you can go to a previous work or go back to articles that have been written, look at the methodology that they use, look at the methodology that they adapted, and then you can now decide. You can then decide if you want to use that one. Or also make sure to always speak to your supervisor, have that conversation with them. They will be able to advise you. Yes, they will be. Now the fourth part is a result of your methodology. So whatever method you have used to get answers to this your research question, we want to see the answers. Bring it in, bring all the answers. For instance, I used the quantitative methodology, so I had to put all my charts, I had to put all my findings, all my graphs were there, all my findings written in words, my data and everything. Everything was just collated, everything was there. You have to bring all of that, then you have to explain that. Part 5 is that you have to discuss all these things that you have brought in. So all this your findings, all this your research findings, you now have to analyze it. You need to break it down for us. You need to let us know how this answers your research question. You need to let us know if it actually answers your research question or it does not. You need to let us know the essence of your result. You need to let us know what your result has said. You need to let us know numbers. You need to let us know data. You need to let us know a lot of things. You need to break it down, break your result down, and tell yourself and tell us how this has helped your research, how this result has helped or not helped your research. And then the last and final part is a conclusion, where you just, as you say, is conclude. Yeah, something that most people actually get very confused about is that when they're writing their dissertation, they write it like they're writing their coursework. Yeah, something that most people actually get very confused about is that when they're writing their dissertation, they write it like they're writing their coursework. I was lucky enough to actually realize early, and it was that this is research. There's no end to it. Before they give it to you, whatever topic you think you're writing on, or it might not even be your topic, people have been doing research for years, for donkey years, for 100 years, and they have not still found answers to some things. So that's why it's called research. So whatever questions you have, whatever results you are gathering, you just need to understand that you cannot have everything. You cannot get all the answers in the world. Even if you get all the answers, you might not, there'll still be doubts, and further research will still continue. Research can never stop. It can never die. It can never end. You need to understand that it can never end. So don't think that, because some people, when they are supposed to do what they have to do and move forward with their dissertation to conclude it, they'll be waiting. Some will still be waiting to collect data. They'll say, no, they want 2 million responses. That's maybe if you are doing surveys and you're doing questionnaires. Some people say, no, they want 2 million responses, 200,000 responses. You are wasting time, bro. You are wasting time. Analyze the data that you have. As long as it is data, it is authentic. Analyze it. I'm not saying that you should use 50, you should use 20. Of course, there's this book that I will have referred you to, but I can't remember the name of the book. If I do, I'll link it up. That book will tell you the average number you need depending on the kind of research that you're doing. So don't be sitting around waiting for 2 million people to come back to you on your survey, and time is going, and then you're not able to complete your dissertation and you're not able to submit, or when you're supposed to submit, you're panicking. Like, avoid all of that. You need to understand that research is infinite. It will never end. That's my own understanding of it. So you need to work with that and do what you have to do, and understand that you cannot do everything in the world. Whatever you discover, your research can be so great and it can be so successful at it that you bring results to very big questions that millions of people have been asking for years. But it doesn't mean that people will not still come and do another research again. They're still bigger than your own. So just do what you can do and submit. All the best, all the best. I don't think I can tell you more than this. Don't forget, you have to be close to your supervisor. They are your way to heaven. They are your way to having your dissertation being completed. Yes, so there's that. What else would I like to talk about? I'm not sure I want to talk about anything. I really pray that everybody about to write their dissertation now, or everybody that has written their dissertation, I pray that it goes well for you. I pray that you are successful at it. I pray that dissertation doesn't consume your life because it's probably like 3 months. I pray you have fun with it, but you will if you do the right things and you don't start too late. That's another thing. Most people, because they say that, oh, you have 3 months for your dissertation. Some people will not start till like the second month, towards the end of the second month. I don't think that makes sense. Like, you have to set targets for yourself. You have to set deadlines from your first meeting with your supervisor. Let him know when you're going to submit your chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and chapter 6. If that's the number of chapters you want to have in your dissertation, give him a good supervisor will actually ask you what date you're actually writing that, because that's what my supervisor did. From that first meeting, he already wanted to know the different dates I was going to submit in my different chapters. So you need to have that ready when you're going to meet your supervisor. Don't go there and just be there and waiting for your supervisor to be the one to do everything for you. There's people like that. They want your supervisor is not going to write your dissertation for you. I don't know where you are in the world, child, but here we are in the United Kingdom. Your supervisor is never going to write the dissertation for you. So you have to sit up. You have to sit up. You cannot be playing. Yeah, I know that I have said you should be close to your supervisor. You should talk to them, but you need to understand that your supervisors are not superheroes. So there are times when they will not be available. So I suggest that in that meeting, you also ask them, Ma, sir, this in this time frame, is there any time that you'll be unavailable? When can I call you? What days are you available? You need to ask that question. So the supervisor will not just ghost on you. You don't know where they are. You don't know what they are doing. You don't know whether they are reading your emails or not. You'll be confused. You need to have a very open conversation with them about their own time and their time management, so that everything is just for you guys to be aligned. All of this is for you to be aligned with supervisor and aligned with your dissertation. And if you have that, believe me, you're good to go. Thank you for coming to today's episode. If you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this beautiful channel, this beautiful girl's channel called Peace Davids. And I hope to see you here again. And I'm promising you more videos. I'm sure you're happy. I'm happy too. Yeah. Anyways, guess whose birthday it is soon? Mine, of course. I'm so happy. Anyways, let me know if you have any questions. Leave a comment down. Till then, it's all love from me. All day, every day. It is all love. Some of them, but ama kilo ma kilefe and care. Bye, guys.